welcome back to my channel. Our story for today is entitled The Puppy and the Paper Boat. Once upon a time in a big city, there was a very small terrier puppy. His name was Oliver, and one day it started raining. Now, Oliver loved rainy days. He loved splashing in the puddles, and as he was looking for the best puddle to jump in, he saw something very interesting. Something white was floating down the gutter. At first, he thought it was a leaf, but then he thought, no, it's too small. Then he thought, maybe it's an interesting piece of trash. But no, not only was it not trash, whatever it was getting closer and closer to the storm drain. And this thing was way too small to be some sort of plastic or metal scrap. So Oliver did the only logical thing he could do. He took off after it, splashing through puddles, jumping over curbs. He was determined to find out what this thing was. It led him all the way to the end of the street where it disappeared down a storm drain. And as he looked into the dark opening, he saw the most adorable thing. It was a little girl's paper boat. And then he heard a sniffle. Oh, no, someone had lost their boat. He had to do something, so he jumped down into the murky water without hesitation. Just then, Mia looked up from where she was hiding behind a bush. She had been watching Oliver the entire time. She gasped when she saw the puppy jump into the water, but then she smiled. This puppy had saved her boat. She had made the boat to send a wish down the rain, but it was her only wish. And when she saw it floating away, she thought, oh, my wish is floating away too. But then she saw Oliver jump into the water after it. He came out of the drain, shaking water from his fur, and trotted back up the sidewalk, leaving tiny muddy paw prints as he went. Mia couldn't believe how cute he was. She walked up to him slowly and tentatively reached out a hand to stroke his head. He licked her fingers and wagged his tail so hard his whole body wiggled. Then she scratched behind his ears and he sighed happily. "Thank you," she whispered. "Thank you for bringing my boat back." She watched as he trotted back down the street, disappearing around the corner. Every time it rained after that, Oliver waited outside Mia's house. When she came out, she would have a smile on her face and a twinkle in her eye. They would make boats together, two small boats that floated down the gutter, side by side, the puppy barking happily whenever one sailed farther than the other. Mia was a very shy girl, but with Oliver, she didn't feel shy anymore. She felt happy. As the weeks went by, she started talking more and more, telling him about her day, her school, her friends, her dreams. She even told him about the wishes she sent down the drain, wishing for sunny days so they could play outside, wishing for new adventures, wishing for her and Oliver to always be friends. And Oliver listened to all of these wishes with his big brown eyes, wagging his tail and barking happily. He loved listening to Mia talk. He loved spending time with her. He loved their rainy day adventures. One day after they watched a whole fleet of colorful boats disappear down the street, Mia took a red ribbon from her pocket and tied it around Oliver's neck. He wagged his tail when she did this. He liked the ribbon. And then she whispered, "Now you're my forever wish." She hugged the puppy tightly, burying her face in his soft fur. And from that moment on, they never sailed alone again. And that's the story of the puppy and the paper boat. If you like this story and want more, I will really appreciate if you share, like, and subscribe. See you again next time.